Listen to this podcast now on the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonis.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonis. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. And thank you once again for joining us on the Leadership Thread, education, ethics, and sustainability.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast. Breaking news.
And literally just coming out moments ago here on the Rita Cosby Show, President Trump in an announcement, there will be a major update on the war on Iran tomorrow night, as President Trump is expected to address the nation around 9 p.m. Eastern time. That will be a biggie. Just coming out that the president will be addressing the nation tomorrow night with, quote, an important update on the war on Iran, as people wondering what's the timetable, where is this headed, what has been accomplished, and what has yet to be done. I think this is going to be very important. And who better than President Trump to communicate that message to the American public and to explain to all, not just those who are listening to him, but to those who try to spin it, like many in the mainstream media. I cannot believe some of the things I've been hearing in the last 2.5 weeks or so. It's been shocking. It seems like a number of people are voting against America. Certainly some Democrats seem to be, if you will. They're saying, oh, it's going to be another failed Mideast war. Remember Hakeem Jeffries said that on the first day of the attacks. I think it's embarrassing. I think it's disgraceful. But what I do think a national address does is it essentially causes all of the networks to cover it. So maybe some people who've only been hearing some spin from places like MS Now and elsewhere, maybe they'll hear the real full story from the president himself. And they'll say, wow, maybe this really does make sense to take out an evil terrorist regime. Wow, maybe this does make sense to make sure that they don't get nuclear weapons. Wow, maybe this is important that we dismantle their missile program so they can't send a nuclear warhead to Europe or maybe to the United States one day. So I think it's powerful. I think it's the right thing to do. And I say bravo to President Trump. 1-800-848-9222. 1-800-848-9222. What do you think he needs to say tomorrow night to the American public so they're assured that, yes, the mission was worthy. Yes, the mission has had a lot of success. And also for them to understand what's left. Not to get out too soon, but also to not drag it out so it turns out to go on a lot longer than expected. So it accomplishes the goals, but also make sure that it's not too hastily done. So we don't replace a Hitler with a Himmler, as Netanyahu has said so eloquently. The last thing you want to do, you go through all of this, and then you've got a madman who goes back into power there, and you're not sure what happened to the enriched uranium. There are so many things right now that are on the table, and the stakes couldn't be higher. And I've always applauded President Trump for his courage of going into Iran to dismantle this regime. I thought the bombs that took place, those B-2 bombers that they did last June, those 3 strikes on those different locations, including the Natanz nuclear plant, those were ones for the history book. And I think going in now is also one for the history book. And I think his courage and his steadfastness and his determination to just most importantly protect the American public needs to go down in the history books as one of the greatest feats after we've had some very wimpy presidents before him.
Let Century Management Solutions get you to your next medical appointment. They specialize in non-emergency medical transportation, connecting patients to care, safety, reliability, and on time. Their advanced technology platform seamlessly coordinates patients, healthcare providers, insurers, and transportation partners all in one powerful network. With over 200 trusted transportation providers, they deliver scalable solutions backed by real-time tracking and complete transparency. Go to SENTRYMS.com.